Alright, hello and welcome back to Mordheim, City of the Damned, where we're looking at another Battle of Behemoths warband, this time the Sisters of KrisCardiac. I believe he's the only Sisters warband. I think they're going to be quite powerful. They're very strong with the Maiden. Of course, we're going to have to look at a lot of magic here, but we've got a Matriarch, two Purifiers, the Maiden herself, a Sister Superior, and a Smuggler. No Augur, everybody. So sad. Looks like Discretion. Oh, and they are, sorry, Mista Dobalina. Okay. Yeah, and these were both generic spammer. I don't know if he's going to keep those names or change them, but we'll see if they're different at all in a lot of ways. So we've got Mastery Order. Again, that might be a theme here. It's very powerful. Mastery, Introspection, and Adrenaline Rush, so getting the 3 red pills back. Devotion for casting, Curse Reduction Chance. Battle Tongue for 1 less for Order, less red pill. And Knowledge of Mordheim Mastery. She's also got Mastery Sigmar's Might, increasing critical hit chance and melee damage. Nice. Sigmar's Second Wind. I think Sisters, you know, they pull you in with comets and then they beat the shit out of you with Second Wind. Actually, he's only got basic comment. Interesting. Going with Mastery Divine Revelation. I imagine the Purifies will have plenty of comments to make up for her, though. Yeah, so that's the Matriarch. And again, you can see the stats. He has generic white gear on, so good. I mean, it'll change. Everybody's can change. You would change it based on your opponent, I would hope. We've got Flappy. Starting with 4 Sigmar, of course, the movement buff. Defensive stance, it's a little different. Shield Specialist. So you're starting to see a theme here. Melee resistance. Looks like a good, impressive tank here. Awareness, melee resistance 10%. It's Mastery Anticipation. When you hurt her, she gets more melee resistance. Serenity, she fails all alone, fear or terror test, more melee resistance. Impressives tend to cause that. Not all of them, I don't believe, but yeah, many do, especially Armor of Righteousness. And Resilient, so she does not get crit. Interesting. She's going to be a tough nut to crack, and you'll want to avoid Flappy getting on to your Impressive. And we've got Generic Spammer 1, I guess we'll call her, with Mastery Exhaustion and Sidestep Basic. Devotion, so she can spam those comments. Improve Prayer, so she has a better chance of landing her comments. That's Magic Resist Bypass of 15. Knowledge of Mordheim Mastery to run around and use her exhaustion. And Piety, so she can really, really nuke you from across the map. That's 40 meters. She can even get more with, I think, a necklace, I believe. So that's Common of Sigmar, 30 meters, 40 with Piety. All the way up to 48, I think you can get with one of the necklaces. And then Sigmar's Second Wind to recharge the red pills on the Maiden. Divine Revelation, Mastery, and Sinful Speech can be dangerous as well. Prevents spell casting. This one's basic, so it's just for 1 turn. I think Sisters are very strong in this format. Here's Generic Spammer 2. This one he looks like Mastery Exhaustion, but this time Web of Steel. They all start with Unsettling Charge. Devotion as well. Improved Prayer again. Knowledge of Mordheim again, and Piety. So they're built exactly the same. And even the same spell. So one has Web of Steel, one has Sidestep, guys. Now we've got the Smuggler, Buffy. She is a ballistic based one, just so you guys know. I don't think all of you will look at these stats, but you can expect her to shoot you. Starts with the black powder trap, of course. White powder to stun people. Just taking the basic. Interesting. So she may look for suspicious packages near his comet spammers. Captain's Order to boost damage. Probably going to use that with Sigmar's Might on the Matriarch. Vital Shot. Oh, looks like a crit archer. 11 accuracy. So she'll probably take a crit weapon. Battle Plan, that recharges more offensive pills as well, along with Sigmar's Second Wind. Mastery, reload, and fine tuning, so she can crit you with her gunpowder. So she's a crit build, and buffs, stuns, and gives red pills. So jack of all trades, kind of what the smuggler typically is, or can be. And here we have Bappy, Daredevil. That may be a theme, guys, for many of these impressives. Mastery, insult, so strangling globe can stop that. We talked about that on Quist's video. But mastery, insult, so she hits things. Mastery, frenzy, to do more damage and get the magic resistance. Let's not forget that. This could probably be buffed pretty well. Not that I think he's the only Sisters warband, but things like Chains of Chaos and whatnot. Lightning. Mastery, exhaustion. She's ranged immune, if you guys don't know that. Armor, proficient, mastery. Knowledge of Mordheim, basic, 7 movement. Resilient, mastery. That is something she kind of needs. I know this as an executioner player. She's not a large, so she's much more prone to stuns and crits. And basic, hardy. And we may as well look at the sinful speech mastery, comet mastery, Sigmar's might mastery, and healing circle basic. I don't think he'll ever, you never know, he might use that in a pinch when it's a skirmishing phase. So this is KrisCardiac and his very dangerous sisters. He's had a great run in Mordheim Faction Chronicles. Really kind of burst out onto the scene and made that big step to the big leagues. And these builds look really strong. I think he's going to be a force here in the tournament, simply because the sisters are very strong, and it looks like he's made some good builds. So, I mean, I talk about everyone's warband a little bit, but this shouldn't surprise anyone. He'll kind of skirmish with some far-ranging comets, force you to come to him, force the engagement, and then try to beat the shit out of you with the maiden, or tie down your impressive with the Sister Superior and crit you with his smuggler. Of course, you never know what he'll be bringing and what equipment he'll be bringing and what consumables. That will be up to him based upon his opponents. But sisters, yeah, it's going to be a tough nut to crack, these girls. And I'll see them out there on the streets of Mordheim.